That is to be here. It's going to be enter usual way we have to have. Okay. Right. Now the light which it incident AB is a beam which incident on the A P Q R S transparent thin sheet you may call it, or it may be film, small thin film like a oil splitted on the rainy season wet road. On that wet road, an oil splits on the road will becomes a thin sheet of a transparent film. Due to that, light which is going to be falling from the sun, it illuminates. It's a shine. Why it shines? Due to the multiple reflection. From AB, light is incident in the interface. Interface means this is a rarer medium, right? Okay, and this is your denser medium. Okay, now from rarer medium to the denser medium, probably the light which is going to be passing, it will causes part of it incident reflex along BC, and remaining part will be transmitted. Okay, remaining part will be transmitted. Transmitted in the sense that refracted. Okay, after refracted beam BD incident at D, again there is a change in the interface. Pair of media are going to change it. This is a denser medium I have shown here, and this is a rarer medium. When a light from denser medium to it passes through the rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. AB and this DE, you may call as it is DE. This these two are going to be an just a minute. Okay, right. Now this DE, which is there, DE, it is refracted. Okay, once it refracts now, definitely it bends away from the normal. Again at B point, it splits into 2B. That is some part first it reflects dB dash along dB dash, and the remaining part will be refracted. And naturally at the B dash, again there is a change of pair of media. Interface is there, PQ. At the interface of PQ, B dash, at the B dash point, again it splits into 2B. This arrow is wrong. You have to show arrow from BD dash to here, BD dash to D dash. Along this direction, we have to show it is some way wrong in your books. Okay, right? Make it as an arrow mark with the an opposite direction. Probably the arrow I will show you. Arrow in which direction is there? Arrow will be like this. Okay, I will show you the arrow passes in this direction. Again here also it will like this. It is also like this. No problem. Okay. Now from B dash D dash, the light which is going to be at the D dash point again splits into two beam. Some part which is going to be here, it travels along D dash, D double dash reflected, and remaining thing will be how much light it is going to be reflects and refracts. Whatever light which is incident 100%, 4% will be every time it reflects, and remaining 96% will be 4% out of 100%, 4% reflects, remaining will be refracted along BD. Again at this point 96% is there, it will treat as 100%, out of which 4% reflects and remaining will be refracted. Okay, And now this way light causes the multiple reflection through the thin uniform sheet of thickness T, uniform sheet of thickness T, which we can show it in the figure. The only we have shown in the figure is exactly it is the thing which, and now it is, now we have taken only three rays here, but it is lakhs of the rays reflex and lakhs of the rays refraction. The reflection and refraction will be, it is takes place, it takes place exactly, it is going to be having the lakhs of rays are going to be refracts, lakhs of rays will be refracted, transmitted through the this thin sheet of thin film. And naturally what happens, how we can observe this, consider this is not the same thing what I have explained here, it is the same thing, it is whatever it shows the surface which it is there, it is going to be reflex and refracts. Now the reflected beams collected through the lens, parallel beams incident on the lens will be converges to form as a I1. Similarly, similarly, there will be there will be and remaining light which is going to be transmitted here, and naturally it will, all the refracted rays are going to be L2 through L2 lens, they have been collected parallel beams, and these parallel beams are going to be, okay, okay, this. Now these refracted rays, these refracted rays are going to be passing through the lens. Okay, right. Now the rays which are going to be refracted, collected by the L2 lens and forms as an image. And this is what I have explained, same thing is there. It is nothing more than that. And all these rays, as shown in the figure, it will contain partially reflection state. Some part which is going to be incident will be partially reflects and partially refracts, pass through the, after passing through the thin transparent film. Now all these rays are going to form. Interference due to why this called as amplitude division. The process of division of the amplitude begins within the first reflection. As in the figure, EB incident on the PQ, and definitely some part reflects and some part refracts. It divides into two beams, reflected beam and refracted beam. This process continues at every instant of interfacing. At every instant of interfacing, there must be a chance of reflection and refractions now. And definitely, these reflections and refractions will forms into the, it will forms into a multiple reflections. Now at every time, whatever amplitude is there incident, it divides. That's why it is called as intensity is proportional to square of the amplitude. Once you divide the beams, and definitely it forms into, it's go on decreasing in the its amplitudes. So this is going to be takes place in case of the interference, and now the intensity of waves goes on decreasing, that is the amplitude goes on suffering further and further divisions now. And now this is going to be happen As I have shown in the figure, this is the incident beam. Some of your Google pictures, and this is going to be reflected, and this is going to be refracted. At this, if it is a substrate is there is no further refraction. Uh, but if it is a transparent interface is there must be again beam is going to be refracts now. And now here it divides into reflected, and here it divides into reflected. At every interfaces, the amplitudes go on decreasing. Once the amplitudes are go on decreasing, naturally your formation, whatever you got it in the figure, it is going to be takes place. This is the process of division of the amplitude is said to be the amplitude division. And now this exactly what it tells is the L1 and L2 lens in the path of the parallel reflected and refracted beams will forms into an transmitted beam and combine to produce interference at the I1 and I2 respectively. Both the lenses forms into reflected and transmitted beam. These combine to produce interference because these two, all the rays which is, I think I will show you how it is going to be take place. Now, the ray which is first reflected beam, second reflected beam, third reflected beam, like that there are huge number of the reflected beams. Now, first beam is the toppest intensity, maximum
Sir,
intensity.
voice slow ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತೈತೆ sir.
ಪ್ರೈಸು ಸ್ಲೋ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದೆಯಾ ಹೀಗೆ?
ಹಾ sir.
ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ?
ಈಗ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ sir.
ಹಾ, ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದಲ್ರಿ?
ಹಾ
Hello.
sir ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತೈತೆ sir.
Okay. Now, the beam which is incident, it continuously divides. Due to that division, one beam reflected beam to another reflected beam will be decreasing in the amplitude because of the amplitudes are going to be decreasing at every reflections. Due to that, all the remaining reflected ray except the first beam reflected ray first reflected ray or a beam, apart from that remaining all other rays which are there reflected set, they are parallel, they fall on one above the other with the first beam, and total if the interference is going to be takes place. This method of obtaining interference is called as the reflected system, interference due to a reflected system. Similarly, all the beam or a rays which are going to be from this DE, D dash, E dash, D double prime, E double prime, like this, the all the reflected transmitted beams, remaining all the transmitted beam except the first beam, they are decreasing in intensity of the waves. These waves are superimposed with the amplitude will be superimposed with the first transmitted beam. Now there will be a formation of an interference. This kind of interference is called as, exactly it is an the interference due to transmitted system. Look at this. The any thin transparent films are going to forming an interference pattern. Interference pattern, mainly the two type, that is due to the reflected system, due to the transmitted system, and that's the what we are going to having. This is a different kind. What we observed earlier, this kind of interference is not there here. Here interference can also be observed without using lenses also. This usually the colors of the bands on the wet roads, oil splattered, when reflected, the patch of the colors, these patch of the colors are not due to any other dispersion phenomena. It is mainly due to an interference or at the thin films. And not only that, you know that soap bubbles, when you are washing, during the washing, a bubble is formed, that on the surface of the bubble, you can get the beautiful colored patches. These colored patches are not due to any other phenomena. They are mainly due to an interference phenomena. Okay, what I wanted to tell you is, even though interference due to thin films can also be observed using without using the lenses. In that case, the eye serves as a purpose of the lens. Whatever our eyes are there, these eyes acts like the same process of the lenses now. Okay, the process of dividing the amplitudes of an incoming wave into two or more parts by partial reflection and refraction, they are thereby producing two or more rays forming a parallel beam, which can be produced in interference, is known as the division of amplitude. Okay, and so this is what I wanted to tell you is, this is the amplitude division, the kind of interference now. Okay, and now the suppose a monochromatic light of amplitude A traveling in a direction of AB incident for air on an interface of GH separating the air and water. If R be the reflections of the incident amplitude reflected amplitude reflected, and T be the transmission coefficient transmitted through the interface, the okay, when the incident ray is in the rarer of two media, definitely this is the case. AB is a ray, incident, it is two pair of surfaces of the media. GH is a, we are going to learning something why we take the Stokes law. Stokes law states that there must be an interchange in the whatever beam of light incident, the out of phase with that of the first reflected beam. This is the what we are going to learn. Something why during multiple reflections, what are the descriptions, explanation we are having. EB is a beam which incident on the GH interface. Air and water is an interface. Now this incident beam, some part, what is the amplitude? A is the amplitude. Initially, it is having amplitude of A, and if whatever light reflects now, air to glass, if it travels, and R is the reflection coefficient. R is the reflection coefficient. Now, from B point, first only 4% reflects now. 4% will be R, okay? A is the amplitude, multiply that one, A into R. This is the net amplitude of reflection. Okay, reflected wave. Wave, no, you know that. Wave means usually wave is like this. Okay, probably wave travels like this. Whatever amplitude here it is incident, this part is going to be reflected. Remaining part will be transmitted, refracted. Now this transmitted beam, BD, it's a transmission coefficient. When a light from air to water, at that situation, T be the transmission coefficient. By chance, you may ask the question, if the reverse light passes, what happens? When a light transmitted from water to air, what is the transmission coefficient in the rarer medium? Transmission coefficient, in that case, we treat as a T dash, the transmission coefficient now. And now here, by chance, if the light reflected here, if by chance it reflected in the same medium, when it passes, reversibility of pass, reverse, the beam reflected ray becomes a refracted ray, and refracted ray becomes a reflected ray. In that case, what happens? In that case, what happens? That reflection coefficient, when the beam passes from denser to rarer, will be R dash, and probably R dash is taken here. Look at this. I will come to another figure, second figure. Only I have only this allowing the here now, allowing this pointer. What is the clear idea? Sorry again. Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್
Clear
ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ
idea? Huh? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಾಕತ್ತೀನಿ.
Yes, sir. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, sir.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಎ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೀಮು ಎ ಬಿ ಮೂಲಕ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಿ ಎಚ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತೀರಿ? ಡೆನ್ಸರ್ ಟು ರೇರರ್ ಆರ್ ರೇರರ್ ಟು ಡೆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ತರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಜಿ ಎಚ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಏರ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏರ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆರ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಟಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏರ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್. ಜಿ ಎಚ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಬಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, some part it refracts here, it refracts along this. Correct? Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎರಡು ಕೇಸ್ನಾಗ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆತು ಲೈಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸಾರಿ, ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪಾತು. ಓಕೆ, I am not considering this one here, only a simple case. ಇದು ಒಂದ ಕೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ. ಎ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಮೂಲಕ ಜಿ ಎಚ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದರದ್ದು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಇ ಆರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಎ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೀಮ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಬಿ ಡಿ ದ ರೇ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ಟಿ. ವೈ? ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ and A is the amplitude of the incident beam, so the refracted ray along BD can have the amplitude of AT. Okay, now the case is if these two are incident from the principle of reversibility of paths. What's the meaning of the principle of the reversibility of paths? ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೀಮುಗಳು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೀಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೀಮುಗಳು ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವೆರಡನ್ನು ರೀಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾತನ್ನ ರೀಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಈಗ ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ತಗೋಣ. This is a CB. Okay, AR is the amplitude now. What is that? AR is the amplitude of the, from the principle of reversibility. CB is an incident beam. If you thought of incident beam, the ray travels from rarer to the denser. Correct? Okay. Then what happens? It rarer to the denser. You know that the refracted along BC. It reflects along BC. Reflects along, sorry, BA. Once it retraces BA, what should be its amplitude? It's already amplitude AR is there. From the principle of reversibility, it will become AR dash. Okay. And now something which is going to be refracted here. Now AR is the refracted beam. When it travels from rarer to denser, T is the transmission coefficient. Definitely AR into T will be the transmitted along BE. Okay. Now take out this one. Which one? If the ray from DB incident here at B point, because it is a transmitted beam, from the principle of reversibility, it travels along this direction. Its initial amplitude becomes as AT. Initial amplitude will be AT. Now this beam of amplitude incident at this point, it will reflect along this direction. Something which it is going to be refracted here. AT is already there. Here it is a transmission coefficient becomes as T dash, because the light travel from denser to the rarer. No, that's why its amplitude, earlier amplitude is 80, multiplying with the reflection coefficient from denser to rarer becomes as 80 dash. So it will becomes as 80 T dash. And reflected here, it's already having a 80 is the amplitude, reflects here. Once it reflects here, its reflection coefficient is denser to rarer. If light travels means R dash is the reflected ray, and so ET R dash will be the reflection coefficient. And definitely from this figure you understand it. Here there is no beam. Adding these two equal to 0. Adding these two will be equal to an A. A is correct. Initial amplitude is A is there. From these two figures, A is the amplitude along BD. What are the rays you retraced by the principle of reversibility? From the principle of reversibility, incident beam becomes a refracted, and refracted beam becomes incident. That's it. Okay. Here it is A R dash T A T dash equal to A. There is no beam here, but we have retraced two paths, two amplitudes, ART plus ET R dash equal to 0. The same point I am going here. Okay, this is all explanation I had already done. Okay, everything is same. Whatever I have explained, it is there. Okay, it is a figure. Let me know the expression. Correct now? AR R dash plus AT T dash equal to A. Correct? Because I will show it in the figure. Now look at this. These two beams equal to A. There is no beam along BE, but by the principle of reversibility, we get the two amplitude summation equal to 0. Okay, that's the point. AR R dash plus AT T dash equal to A. You may found as equation 1. And in the direction of BE, ART plus AT R dash equal to 0, because for the B no beam available in that directions now. Okay, definitely it is there. From the equation 1, R equal to R dash and equation 1 r equal to r dash, definitely r square plus, this is how we get it, this one. Here r dash equal to r and a is common factor, you can take it outside, and so what you get it is r equal to r dash, it will becomes a r square plus a t dash equal to a, common factor in these two, a is there, take it outside and cancellation, so you will getting r square plus t dash equal to 1, or t dash equal to 1 minus r square. You may have as equation 3. Future we can use this equation. 18 in a bracket r plus r dash, second equation. Okay, it was in the second equation, r plus r dash, 80 is common factor. How? We can have it first equation. This is ar, 80 is there, here 80 is there, common, take it outside, in a bracket r plus r dash. Okay, correct now? Right. Here 80 is common factor, r plus r dash equal to 0, r plus r dash equal to 0. 80 you divide to 0, it will become the same. R dash equal to r. If you keep r equal to r dash, and now transfer this r to the other side, r dash is equal to minus r. You may have as equation 4. This equation 4 represents that the expression for the why the reflected beam is going to be changing in form, changes the form. This is called as a Stokes law. What Stokes law says? The Stokes law very much, if the keenly observation, abruptly there will be change in the form, phase, change of the phase that takes place in the reflected beam. Why this so happens? It has happened because of the change of path. Change of path is exactly, it is contributed because of the ray which is going to be reflected. Okay, it is out of phase by an angle phi. That means any ray which is going to be causing a multiple reflection, the reflected beam out of phase by an angle phi, which is equivalent to a path difference of lambda by 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೋಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್, ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆರ್. whatever ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ ಈ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೀಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಉಳಿದಂತಹ ಏನು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅವುಗಳು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ by phi or equivalent to a path difference of lambda by 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ಗೂ ಉಳಿದಂತ ಒಂದೇ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ಗೂ ಉಳಿದಂತ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ಗಳು, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಉಳಿದಂತವು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಫಿಗರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅದು ಫಿಗರ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವೇರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಇದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೀಮು, ಇದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮು, ಇವು ನಂತರ ಬಂದಂತಹ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೀಮ್ಗಳು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಉಳಿದಂತಹ ರೇಸ್ಗಳು ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಹೌ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. ದೇರ್ ಮೈ ಬಿ ವೇವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಈ ತರ ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೋಣ. ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತತಿ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಫೇಸ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗ್ತತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದು ಇದು ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗೇನು ಇವು ಎರಡು ರೇಸ್ ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇಸ್ಗಳು, ಈ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇಸ್ಗಳ ಬೀಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇ ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಬೈ ಅನ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಪೈ. ಇದು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಬೈ ಅನ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಪೈ is exactly equal to a phase difference phi is contributing a path difference lambda by 2. ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೀಮು 2 ಪೈ ಫೇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಾತ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾವೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪೈ ಫೇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಯ್ತು, 2π ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಲಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಲಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಬೈ 2 ಪಾತ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ what I wanted to quote to you is all the rays in the reflected system are in phase but out of phase by first reflected beam. Out of phase by a first reflected beam pi with an angle of pi phase difference. Because why it is so? It is happened because of the concept which is we understand. We understand that the concept we got it here. It is like this. This is the point where the we observe that this why it is so happening because of this equation. What this equation tells is exactly an reflected ray out of phase by an angle phi. Any ray which is out of phase, remaining all the rays in phase, but only it is difference in case of the ray which is going to be observing. Okay. I think many of them are there, but they do not have accepted this one. Okay, right. Now, out of phase by an angle phi. This tells us that the all the rays, why the due to the multiple reflections, Stokes, this is called a Stokes treatment. What is the Stokes treatment? Is any beam which is suffering a multiple reflection, the first reflected beam will be out of phase in the reflected system, will be out of phase by remaining all other reflected rays by angle phi. Okay, this is the point which we understood. It's all the same I have explained now. Those things are there. If you want to have, you can have it in the afterwards. You can see them in the later, because I will send you in the your material now. Newton and Hooke observed and developed the surface of thin transparent material. Everyone is familiar with beautiful colors produced by thin films of the oil on the surface of water, and also by thin films of the soap bubbles. This is already Hooke observed. Hooke is not a Hooke observed such colors in the thin films of the mica and similar in transparent plates. Newton was able to show that the interference range when the convex lens was placed on the plain glass plate of interference between the light reflected from the top and the bottom surface of thin air film. Okay, and now this the was first it was has been observed that interference in case of thin films takes place due to reflective system of light and the refractive system. And let us we have to come first one. First one is for the case of reflective system. Okay, and similarly, if we go on understanding this one, probably you may having the interference path differences is to be calculated. Once we get the path difference to be calculated, and you may have the how the interference takes place. This is your book image. This is some of the Google search keywords. There is no difference. Okay, AB incident here with angle of incidence of light. After incidence, it refracted along this direction. Once it refracted along this direction, along BD, and at D point, it divides into multiple reflected beam will be along DE, and remaining it will refracted along DC. Okay, and now at B point it also happens to be refracted along this direction, and here something it is, I think it is, there must be a reflected beam will be going here, and reflected beam. Here it is a refracted beam. Now look at this figure. DC and EF are the two beams. These two beams are in the reflected system. And anything you observed in the bottom side, I think in the figure here, these two beams suppose multiple reflections and forming a interference here. And here it will be in the reflected system. For you may take this figure or this figure, it doesn't matter. Okay. And now draw a perpendicular BC to some perpendicular. I think it is a little bit you can draw like this. It means here. I think it will reach us to this point. It will somehow wrong now. Maybe I will put it a proper figure in the tomorrow. Okay. Now this Bn is both the beams are equal in part from EF n from n this beam from EF it will be having same part, but this is an extra part. This is an extra part to be calculated. How to calculate? Calculation will be take place according to this figure. Okay, and now let us also produce ED to meet at BH to produce at I. It's an angle R. Which one is the angle R? Now you may have an angle R. Look at this. This is R and this is R. You can produce this and BH is also produced. It meets at I. This is an angle R. If this is R, it is also R. I think it is a figure little bit extended. Okay, and you have to get here. Okay, now this is your I. Okay, this is your I. Okay, now then this it is equilateral triangle. In the equilateral triangle, two sides are isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal. Definitely these two are equal sides. BD and DI are equal. And so if these two sides are equal, corresponding angles are equal. So in accordance with that, R and this angle will be R. Okay, right? This is what I am going to do here. BI E equal to R. The optical path difference. How to calculate the optical path difference? X is equal to some path it travels in A, some path it travels in density. I will tell you. This is incident here. This is in a denser medium. This is also in denser medium. This is rarer medium. And this is rarer. Okay. Now from BD, from BC, what is the path difference? How to calculate the path differences is, look at this, the path through this minus path through BM. Okay, and what we observe is the same thing here. Now neta BD plus DE. Neta why? The refractive index of the material is neta. BD plus DE, both are having a in the optical medium, minus BM. For mu neta equal to 1 for A, neta equal to 1 for A, and so you may have as equation number. You may use a neta or mu, anyone. Okay, there is no differences equal to sin I divided by sin R, NE divided by NE. In the figure, what is the NE now? NE and ME we can observe in the figure. This is what NE is here. ME from M to E, this part. Okay. Now, how to calculate I, sin I equal to, in this figure it is angle I. Why? Whatever angle is here, to this is a perpendicular. Okay. To this, this is perpendicular. So that's why Whatever angle is here, it is also the same. Here I is there, this will be I. These two are the angles are having the same magnitude. And now I and I is there. Now in this I, in this triangle BNE, sin I equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side is BN upon, it is hypotenuse is BE, correct? B. And similarly for R, is here BME in this triangle. Sin R equal to opposite side is ME divided by BE. B both are cancelled. Okay, B both are cancelled. Then definitely you got it is ME divided by ME. Correct? And now sin I equal to, this is what I have already told to you, it is the same thing. Okay, and now if you solve this one, put it in this equation, you will get the expression for the path difference. Any path difference is equal to an integral multiples of the wavelength that belongs to bright fringe. If it is an odd number multiples of the half the wavelength, odd number multiples of the half the wavelength, that means 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, that belongs to dark fringe. In case of biprism experiment, you understand everything. Okay, this is what the my point. Up to this, I can stop it. Tomorrow we'll be having the same time with regard to your classes. One more thing, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಹುಶಃ ನೀವು ಈಗೇನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತತಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗೋದಲ್ಲ. ನಿನ್ನೆ VCJT ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ವೇಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೇರಿ, ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ವಿಷಯ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಿಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಈಗೇನು ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಳೆ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ನಂಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಿವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನಿಮ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ. 1ನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬೇಕಾ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರು ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಓದೋದನ್ನ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಓದ್ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ VC ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ 4 ಮತ್ತು 2ನೇ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಮಾತು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ರಿಪೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ 2 ಮತ್ತು 4ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರು. 1 ಮತ್ತು 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರು ಹಾಗೂ 5ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನಡೀತಿದೆ. ಆಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 6th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಎತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 6th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೀವು 1 ಮತ್ತು 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಕಂಪೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾವು. ಮತ್ತ 5ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇವೆರಡು ಆದ ನಂತರ 5ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಏನು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಾವು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇವಷ್ಟ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು? ನಿಮಗೆ 1 ಮತ್ತು 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಓದೋದನ್ನ 1 ಮತ್ತು 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಓದ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ಏನಾರ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು, ಅವೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನ್ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗ 4ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ನೀವು ಒಂದು 3ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ 4ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ an average ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ. ಈಗ PUC ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೀತಿನ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೇನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಿ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಎಸ್
ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ನಾಗ ಅದ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, 4th ಸೆಮ್ ಇಂದ ಅದ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಸರ್?
ನಿಮ್ಗ ಅವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂತವಿ. ಈಗಿರೋ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ IA ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ IA ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್. ನಾವು ಆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಗಳಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಎಸ್
ಸರ್ 4th ಸೆಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್
ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರ 4th ಸೆಮ್ ಇಂದ
4th ಸೆಮ್ ಇಂದ IA ತಗೊಂತೀರಿ ಸರ್?
ಹೌದು, 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ IA ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. IA ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು 2 IA ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. 26ರಿಂದ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಚಾಲು ಆದ್ವಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಏನು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳೋದು ಡೌಟು, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 26th ದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾರ. ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗಿಂತ 6ನೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ IA ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ
ಸರ್, ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ MCQ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್?
ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಿವ್ ಯೂಸುವಲ್ ವೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರ. MCQ ನೀವು ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಈ ಸತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲದ ವಿಚಾರ. ಎಸ್, ಮತ್ತೇನ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿಸ್ರಿ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿನಿಂದ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತವು. ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೇರಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬುಕ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಿ. ಈಗೇನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅದೇ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈಗ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು, ಆ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಓದ್ಕೇರಿ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗಿವೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಡೆಯೋದಷ್ಟ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 26 ನಂತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅತ್ತಾಗ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 7ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 1 ವಾರ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ. ಅವರು ಈಗ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ವಲ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ 1st ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಥ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನಿಂದ ಇಂಥ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದು ನೀವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೇನು ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಏನು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದವರು ಈಗ 2nd ಸೆಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 1st ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಈಗರ ಸೆಮ್ಮಿಂದು ಓನ್ಲಿ IA ಅಷ್ಟ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 3rd ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮೇಲೆ 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ನ ಅಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಯೂಶಲಿ UGC ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೂ ಹಂಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಲೇ ಅವಾಗ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗಳು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಏನಾಯಿತು, KSRTC ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗೂ ಅವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ದಷ್ಟ ಉಳಿದಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ನಿಮಗೆ 4th ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ನ ಅಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ Yes. Any doubts? Clear?
ನೋ ಸರ್.
No, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿಸ್ರಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ತಯಾರಿ ಆಗ್ರಿ. ಈಗೇನು ಮುಗಿಸಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಕಿತ್ತು ಓದೋದು ಕಲಿಯಿರಿ. Shall I exit?
Yes, sir.
ನಾಳೆ ಸೇಮ್ 5:30ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ.